I'm Stella. I am the creator and designer at Mermaid Overland Designs. I'm a pattern tester, a pattern designer, a crochet artist, and a crazy person. Today I'm going to be talking about 3 pattern tests that I did, and I'm going to tell you about their difficulty, the yarns I used, and basically my overall experience and whether or not I suggest the pattern. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. Alright, so this is the Louvre cardigan. This is by Anita at Yarns Design, and that's YARNS_design. I just love that she has like a capital S because it's just cute. So, this is the Louvre cardigan, and I will tell you that this pattern was a doozy for me, and it's not even like a hard pattern. When I look at it and I'm reading it and I'm like doing all the stuff, I mean, obviously I created the whole thing. It's not a hard pattern, but my brain was just not braining. So my arms ended up differently than what the actual pattern calls for, and I can't really explain because I feel like I'd be giving away too much information about the assembly of the cardigan, but I basically attached the arms upside down and removed 2 squares that were supposed to be there because I thought I was doing it wrong. And I thought I was doing it wrong nearly the entire time. And I was like, I asked a few questions, but before I knew I was doing it wrong, I didn't think I was doing it wrong. I thought I was on a roll, like putting it all together and organizing the shape for the connection. And I'm talking about the ending, actually connecting all the squares. Making granny squares is easy peasy chocolate cake. But yeah, I was struggling with putting the actual squares together in the way that Anita has it on the pattern, and I didn't realize I was struggling until like the very, very freaking end of the pattern. And so, you know, I'm assembling everything, and then she's like, it's due or whatever, and I'm like, and so I'm like in the chat like asking a bunch of questions because I finally realized like I'm genuinely not doing something right and I literally can't figure it out. I'm so warm, I'm so sorry, but this is the sweater. This is the cardigan, I should say. I'll show you some real good images of it, but this is it right here. And it's freaking beautiful. It's actually very warm. That's why I'm warm in here. My RV is 76 degrees though right now, so it's pretty warm in here. And I run hot. I've been really hot all day. I think I might be getting sick or something, which freaking sucks. But anyway, sorry. I just was like such a goof, and I kept putting it together and then unraveling it and then like realizing that's not right, comparing it to the pictures, and I just like, I don't know, I was just struggling so hard. Oh, I buried my dog under there. I don't want to put too much stuff on her. Whoops. And so yeah, okay, so it was going okay, and I started asking the questions, so I thought I was getting clarity, and it was going okay, and then I was putting the arms together at the end, and I'm convinced I'm wrong. And so where I had these 2 squares, or these few I think it's 2 or 4 squares, wherever and they're triangle squares, so wherever I had these, it's 4 triangles, I thought I was wrong. I put them in the wrong place. I don't know. Because I was wrong already, and I was frazzled and in a hurry kind of because the pattern test was due, and I really wanted to get her my photos and all of that. So I was just like brain farting, and I removed those 2 squares on each arm, and then I was like, wait, why does this work? Why is this working? And then, so, okay, it's working. Like, I'm right then. And then I just kept crocheting, and I finished the thing, and then I looking at people's pictures, and then I'm looking at someone who made a similar size as me, and I'm like, nah, I definitely did it wrong. And so I show the back, and I show my jacket, and then the person in the test, I think her name is Pamela, I think, she sends me her image, and then she shows me her side, and yeah, I accidentally took out these squares, and then I flipped my arm upside down. So I didn't flip it upside down like the wrist is at the shoulder. I flipped it upside down like the shoulder was at the armpit and the armpit was up top, and it ended up working because magic. That's quite literally my only explanation. I still have a full-on cardigan. I still can wear it. It's still quite comfortable. It's super stinking cute. It looks exactly the same. I'm sure it feels differently than theirs because the design is designed to curve because we have a natural curve here, and my cardigan ended up like a perfect T, if you know what I mean. Like it's a perfect T. If I lay it out straight, it's a T. And everybody else's sweater is like this with their arms. Oh my gosh. I choked on I don't know what. That was so weird. Anyway, everyone else's arms, they curve down like this. Natural, right? So, luckily, I don't know, it doesn't like bunch up or feel baggy or weird or anything. So, you know, obviously there's multiple ways to do multiple things. And there's obviously multiple ways to put squares together to like make a shape that is your body. Anita's version, though, would sit on you. It sits on you correctly. I can just see like how Pamela's cardigan looks and compared to mine, how it drapes on her. It's just a little bit different. And so I will be making another one that this is going to be like one of the only patterns that's like a long pattern that I will remake. And I see myself like making this again and maybe even again. Like I'm obsessed with this thing. I want 10. The colors that I saw in the group chat, there was like red and gray. There was pink and gray. There was so many beautiful colors. Like you can go look at Anita's pattern tester posts on her Instagram and you could just be blown away by the goodness because it's so cool. Some people use like a different kind of like a teddy bear yarn, that like fuzzy but scrunched kind of yarn to line their squares. And this one woman, she made a vest and she has like fuzzy, oh, it just looks so cute on her. The options are endless for styling. The pattern is, I don't want to say easy because I think it's an intermediate pattern. So I'm not going to say it's easy. It's easy though. The squares are easy. The assembly is the hardest part because it really tickles your brain in a funky way. So I would say the assembly is definitely the hardest part. I'm getting hot. I need to turn the air heater down. 76 degrees is like so hot for me because it's raining, so it's a little bit humid. It's super humid. So you know when it's humid, it's a little hotter. Anyway, the pattern is, it's doable. And if you're a patient, ambitious beginner, or like you're willing to take a pause and like look at it, and she does have videos, she does have lots and lots of grids and grids for you to figure out how to put everything where. And I just suggest having 100 stitch markers, and that's not an exaggeration. I'm saying you need 100 stitch markers because the way that made it easier for me was putting it all together and then stitch markering everything together so that there was no way that I was going to attach like the arm to the center of the chest or anything like that, because it just looks so wild when it's not connected that I just couldn't do it without connecting every single corner of every single square with a stitch marker. There was just no way I was going to do it without that. And then that way I was also able to put the cardigan on before I attached everything, and that's why I thought it was right, because it looked right. Anyway, so yeah, the Louvre cardigan by Anita at Yarns Designs is a beautiful pattern. It is amazing. It's doable if your brain isn't behaving like mine. If you're not all frazzled and trying to get it done at the last minute, and then you realize you're not actually doing it right, you're good. I promise. Even I know a beginner could do this if they were patient with themselves and you know, like didn't put too much pressure on themselves to like, because it says intermediate, you know, like sometimes things like that can discourage us, but I truly believe a beginner could do this. I know some really good beginners. So some beginners can and some beginners can't, but this is an amazing pattern. And if you're at the level where you think you could do it, buy it right now. Go over to her page and get it. You won't regret it. All right, so that was the Louvre cardigan. Next. Okay, so now we are going to talk about the, what's up, Pupperoo? Come.
Oh, baby girl. This is a Sparkle Boo. This is Sparkle. Sparkle baby. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, you want to lay over here? There you go.
I don't know if you can see her, but this is Luna, the brown one. Can't tell if the camera is angled that way. But anyway, oh my gosh, I do not remember what this one is called. Oh my gosh, okay. So this is the Athena top. Okay, so this is the Athena top. And this is by Spirit and Thread Crochet. She's quite popular. Sure, you've heard of her. And so I don't really want to put this one on because it's like super risque. And granted, I already posted it on Instagram. I just like don't feel like putting it on right now. And I'll post the pictures, and I don't think I shot a video. But if I shot a video, I'll insert it here or here. Sorry, I will insert it so you can see like how it moves and how it looks and stuff. But like, this is the boob. Like, this is not gonna do it justice. I'm not gonna mess around, but it's really freaking cute. And like you can see, it looks good on me, and it looks good on girls with smaller busts. It looks good on girls with bigger busts. You gotta check it out. This was so freaking easy and fast. If I had a lot going on when I was doing this, but if I sat down in one day, I think I could get this done in one day. Yeah, absolutely. The pattern testing period was 2 weeks, and some girls made 2. So if that's any indication, it's super freaking fast. I feel like, let me be realistic, because there were like the back here with the treble crochets and stuff, that part did take a bit of time. And then this part where you create the little thing going down, I feel like that kind of took a little while, but it wasn't even like long. I didn't time it or anything. So much time passed between me doing the cups and like doing the rest of the body. It does suggest, the pattern suggests that you use a mannequin. Sorry, she calls it a dress form. Mannequin, same thing, essentially. And so it does it does ask that you use one. And so I did approach the pattern a little differently than what's called for, because I don't have a dress form. So there was a part where, and I did also actually miss these instructions, because at the same time I was doing this pattern, I was doing the Louvre cardigan pattern, where I was frazzled as hell trying to figure out. So I was like, me being frazzled with the Louvre cardigan, which is sitting right there, that's why I'm pointing there, was like a reason I was a little bit frazzled with this. But this is so easy. It's so beginner friendly. I don't believe it's targeted towards beginners. I forget. But I do believe that a beginner could do this. I did make one single change, and that was, not one single change, technically 2. So the part where she says that you connect it to your dress form, I started doing my back straps so that I could like put it on and then be able to figure out like how to squeeze it. And I kind of like weirdly left pieces of yarn attached at certain points so that I could still like follow the instructions of the pattern and like go back around and do this part and stuff. But I did it a little bit different because I didn't have a dress form, and I'm sure you don't need to do what I did. I made it real complicated, to be honest. But the main thing that I changed was the strap. I just made the straps a little thicker, and I thought that would help with the neck thing that happens when you have straps like that. But It honestly didn't. And I think I might like get bathing suit straps and use them instead if I can find a similar matching color. But yeah, this top, it is comfortable. It's so cute and comfortable and like on your chest. It really hugs and it sits nicely. For this I used, I forgot to tell you what I used for the other cardigan, so I'll insert that clip for you. Anyway, I used Celinda Himalaya stretch yarn, and I got that yarn from Perfect Yarns on Etsy. I've really have had great experiences with him. The guy, the seller's name's Leon. I've had very great experiences with him. It's not like he knows me or anything. I just like read the name on the seller. I've had one little issue with him where like I ordered a big giant order and then he was like, oh, we don't have this, we don't have this, we don't have this, we don't have this. And then I started to like, he just like, I picked other colors and I did ask like, about other things in that same comment, but then he didn't reply and then he just sent me the stuff and it was just kind of like I was still deciding on the colors. I wasn't all the way done. Like that's why there was a question mark. There was like a whole question sentence after. Anyway, it just like, yeah, it just went unnoticed. And then because I had a problem with it, his response was like, okay, then just create a dispute. All right, player, even though I've spent like hundreds of dollars with you, that's how you want to respond? All right. Anyway, that's the only problem. I still have ordered with him after that, and I've not had an issue since then, but yeah, it was just really weird. It was a really weird way to respond to, like, all right, just start a dispute then. Okay, whatever, dude. And I did because he wanted me to, so. Like, I just did it to give him a hard time, too, because, like, okay, you want to be petty, so can I. I have time. Like, anyway, but yeah, so this is not about that. So yeah, this pattern is a lot of fun. It's fast, it's easy, it's comfortable around the bust, it looks good on every size. It can be used, you can use like almost any yarn, it seems, because this is like a stretch. I used a stretchy yarn and I still made a size large. I used a stretchy yarn, and yeah, it's so comfortable. And that may be part of me using this yarn. This yarn is quite freaking soft. It is so very, very soft. And this is double stranded. I double stranded it to meet the gauge, and yeah, not a gauge, the suggested yarn size. I don't do gauges. Anyway, so yeah, that is the Athena top by Spirit and Thread Crochet. It's a great pattern and I do suggest it. It's very easy to understand, and there are different picture sections. So like, this is just an example, but like size small, all of the pictures for the top are in blue. For size medium, all the pictures for the top are in black. And for size large, all the pictures for the top are in yellow. And then it just makes it so much more clear to the directions that you're actually supposed to follow for your size. It's amazing. She's amazing. It's amazing. Check it out. If you like the top, if you like the way it looks, go check it out. And if you're smaller than me and you want to see how it looks like on smaller girls, definitely go check out her page. Krista is her name. Go check out Krista at Spirit and Thread Crochet's page to see all of the different testers that did the pattern, because they did banging work, and there's all different sizes of women who did the test, and all of them look good. It's crazy. So go check that out. And that is it for this one. And one more after this. All right. And last but certainly not least, because I really, really like this. It's super sexy and also cute. This is the Snowflake Dreams top by Nay Artworks on Instagram. And I actually really enjoyed this pattern because although it's not super hard, but it's not for beginners, and this one I will stress, it's not actually for beginners. And I don't believe if you are a beginner that it's one of those like, oh, if you're ambitious, you're just gonna get it. Like, I don't know, I think I would give myself some time before I tried to do this if I were a beginner. I mean, like, it's quite intricate and it has a lot of special stitches, and it may not look like it, but it is it is hard. And I'm not saying it was like hard for me. I didn't struggle or anything. I have been trying to really pay attention between like the distinction of a beginner pattern and something that is more advanced, past when I'm making my own patterns, because I feel like I can recognize it with my own. But sometimes I'm like, oh, well, I did it. It was easy. Like, but I've been doing crochet for 11 years now, so that doesn't really mean anything. So yeah, this top is so cute. My only issue is, since I am busty, right off the bat, like you can see, it already looks like it's so comfortable and fits great, and it is. And like I did my string a little shorter, it just ties in the back, but you see how the arms go around like this? And I think I stood up and all you saw was my booty, so like it just ties in the back. But I would, like, moving forward, if I were to make this again, or if I ever want to really wear it, I would add like a drawstring right here to tie in the back, like in between my shoulders, because the straps do come off, and it's not even that they're too small, or it's not even that they're too big, because they're not. They like are tight. It's just kind of how your body works, I think, or mine at least. I kind of have a squishy body. I'm not like rock hard or anything. So the straps, they kind of like move and wiggle, and you know, like kind of how you adjust your shirt and like maybe you pull up a strap or two, like that's kind of how this is. It kind of slides off, but because this is the only thing holding the top on, it's a little sketchy. So I would probably like put a string, so like I'd have the straps on, and then I would do like a similar kind of tie thing, but between my shoulder blades. Does that make sense? So it would go like right here, and I would create a tie just here, and then still use this tie here. And if you're super busty, another suggestion I have would be to connect here, connect these two. So like you have these two connected and these two connected, so it just gives you that much more support and closure. And I wish I had thought of that when I was in the pattern test, because I absolutely would have told her to like suggest that. But you know, you don't, this isn't winter wear, to be honest. Though it is a snowflake, it's way too cold for me to like put this on and do anything in it that would allow me to really see how it works. And I've put it on a few times and like just been chilling in it to see, because that's like my only option to give you a real feedback right now, since it's pouring rain and it's winter. So I just had to kind of wing it with giving it a little test for wear, and it's comfortable. It moves with you, and I'm surprised because it is flat, but it has like these rows, they're elevated, and I don't know if that's like exactly the best way to describe it, but this row right here like creates a cup shape. And although it is subtle when it's on, it is a cup shape. So it's really nice. It's comfortable. It holds you in. Granted, it's obviously see-through, so you'd want to wear like pasties or a teddy, kind of how like I took a picture in my pictures. That's a little teddy, so you could do that. Or I mean, depending on what you're doing, you could just go raw dog it, you know, which I would if I were doing something risque or something. But yeah, it's really fun. It's really cute. I believe you could use this yarn and it would make this so much more comfortable. I used Lion brand 24/7 cotton, and yeah, Lion brand 24/7 cotton for this, and I think this is gonna go into my dye series. But yeah, so those are the patterns, and that is, I don't think I really have anything else to say about this. I feel like I talked about the others more because my brain wasn't braining, but this one I flew right through and it was really fast. This one did actually take me longer than this one, but I think it's just because of the intricacies and the details, and I just like around the very beginning part, I felt like I was just like really zoned in. So who knows? how long it really took because I didn't time it. Maybe it's just like because this is so much more intricate and there's so many more different stitches going on, it just felt like it was taking longer. I don't know, but it's not. It's like probably a 2-day project. A 2-day project. Definitely. It's so nice and fast and cute. So yeah, that's the 3 babies. The Louvre cardigan, the Snowflake Dreams top, and the Athena top. And this one is by Spirit and Thread Crochet. This one was by Nay Artworks, and this one was by Yarns Designs. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. And again, if you want to go over to my Instagram and subscribe so that you can be a part of some of my pattern tests, I would freaking love that. Thank you so much for being here. And seriously, if you made it this far, I appreciate it. Leave a... You know what emoji I think is so funny right now? This one. It's like, it's literally killing me. Like... So that's the emoji. Leave this emoji in the comments below if you made it this far. If you have nothing else to say, if you don't want to leave a comment, that's totally fine. But I think that comment is that is so funny. It's funny. So just leave that in the comments. And thank you so much if you watched this far. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.